Hello, this is That Art Case, or Case. I wanted to make a wastebasket that would match my little makeup vanity area. I made this makeup vanity look like a big Nintendo DS. And you can see on it fake gameplay of Nintendogs. And then I modeled those after a couple of my childhood dogs. And then one of my current dogs, well, really my parents' dog. That's good old Skipper, Dash, and Daisy there. I'm going to be painting a bunch of the game discs, or would you call this a disc? It's not really a disc shaped. Let me see. Hold on. This is research Casey now. Nintendo DS. What is game disc called? Which I've already named it in my search. A game card, apparently. That makes sense. It is a cartridge. Okay, so I'm going to be painting a bunch of game cards. It feels wrong. That cartridge sounds better than card, but whatever, that's fine. I'll be painting a bunch of these games that I used to play, especially when I was younger. If you want, I don't have an audience, but if you have happened to find this video, I would love to know what your favorite DS game is. I tried to record some of this video with the intention of having like almost ASMR sound effects of like when I'm wiping the brush against in the water to clean it off, and that kind of thing. It wouldn't be the best quality, but I tried to, have headphones in some of the time whenever I was watching shows or listening to books or whatever, watching YouTube videos, but unfortunately, I am breathing so hard in most of them that it's not nice to listen to, so that's why you're just getting music and this audio over it. I really wanted the effect of, that, have you all seen that old animation? Old to now. It's not new. It's not super old. But there was this animation where there was a boy and girl, and they would be like little tiny artists, and they'd transform from like a hand to a person to a guy or whatever, and they would like paint something, and all the sounds were all nice and loud, and I don't know. I thought it would give that, but I could not do that. So enjoy this little clip of that instead. I decided I really wanted this to look painted. I'm not really going for pure realism here. Yeah, I think realism can be a little bit boring, so I am not going crazy stylistically, but I'm definitely not worrying about really getting this perfect, which you can definitely tell. And I'm gonna pop some artists that I've been inspired by in the past, if I can find those, that really don't focus on realism, and there's something so nice about seeing a real object represented in a really recognizable way, but it's got this like whimsy of seeing paint strokes or seeing the text scroll past even the object. I think that's really cool. So I'm definitely not worrying so much about getting a pure copy, but I am definitely just heavily referencing for this. Ooh-wee. Next. The Cooking Mama one might be my favorite as far as design of the game disc goes. I think that a lot of these are pretty boring. They just have like a plain background and the text of maybe the logo of the game that it is, which is fine. It's just a game disc and it's just really this little small thing, so it makes sense that they didn't want to put a huge illustration on there, but I really appreciate when they do something a little bit more funky on the game disc. I think it makes it a lot more visually interesting. This Nintendogs game disc, game card. This is a reminder that you can start over when you don't like something, because that little dog was just way too big, and also something was off about it. The good thing about paint, at least acrylic paint and that kind of the thicker paints like that, you can paint on top of it. You make a mistake, go over it, dude. I know it sucks to undo some of your work, but once you decide that that's an okay part of your process, it gets a lot easier to do, if that makes sense. Oh, my computer just died. I was referencing the video that way. I've played all of the games that I painted on my trash can, except for one that I ended up including because it felt wrong not to include, and that is Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing. I played it on the GameCube and that was my introduction to it. I think that was one of the first games I got when we got a GameCube, and my brother did not latch on to that game so much, but I really latched onto it. Huge fan. Problem is, back when I was a kid, I did have a DS, and I remember I at least saved up for buying Club Penguin, the game. I could have saved up for the Animal Crossing game. Unfortunately, dumb Small Casey, I'm just kidding, Small Casey, you did your best. And you were trying to be a smart consumer, and I appreciate that, actually. I thought it was the same exact thing. I didn't see that they added much of anything. I thought, if I can't enjoy the GameCube game a little longer, then I'm the failure, and I don't need to buy a new version of this game just to be on a different console. I thought that was, I didn't think it had a lot of differences, and I think I was pretty wrong. But I'm also scared to find that out, and am kind of late in the game at this point to find that out. So I feel like I'd be disappointed going backwards. But I'm really huge Animal Crossing fan, so I did end up including that. Here's the big reveal, and I really like it, and I think it's a good little addition to my my little setup. Thanks for watching.